Alrighty, so this is the activation series that we'll be doing before we do any type of baseball throwing, med ball throwing, or plyometric running. Alright, so this right here is a series we do to get loose. In general, we have a separate series for lifting. You have to check that one out. But anyways, before we get started, if you have the Arm Care app and you have custom prep, do that first. If you got done doing that, then you'll move on to this, okay? Once we get started with this and we complete this, you'll then move on to your Arm Care bands and the hip and core activation. So that's kind of how the series will go. Custom prep, activation, which is this, and then the band routine for the shoulders and for the hips. So the very first thing we're gonna be doing are the arm circles, right? But while staying on our power pads, which is the balls of our feet. So all we're gonna do here is we're gonna start here. We're gonna go 15 yards there and 15 yards back. You're going to do small arm circles while staying on the balls of our feet, letting our arms get bigger as we go out, okay? Once we go there, we're then gonna go back this way, but going with our arms backwards. Alrighty, so for this next exercise, we're going to be doing flex toe high skips. So all we're gonna do here is we're gonna get our knee even with our hip, we're gonna flex this toe and we're skipping as high as we can. So I'm gonna do one facing your way. That way you can kind of see what it looks like. So we're here like this, toe is flexed up. Remember, opposite arm and opposite knee at the same time like this. Alrighty, the next thing is going to be the lunges with the overhead twist. So we're not gonna sit there and do the standard lunge and twist like this. We're gonna be doing a little bit differently with our hands above our head like a field goal post. So we're doing this right here. We're gonna go 15 yards, right? We're lunging here, almost letting our leg touch the ground, feel a nice little stretch in this quad here. Getting here, gonna rotate the opposite way, come back this way, just like that. And gonna do the other leg for the next one. So the next one we're doing is called runner's toe touches. So we're doing these toe touches. We're trying to get our leg up as high as we can this way, right? And trying to extend as far as we back can this way. And if you notice, one thing I did about this is we're going opposite hand, opposite foot. So when we're doing these right here, we want to go opposite hand, opposite foot, right? And then on our way down, we want to swap and touch it just like this, okay? So when we're doing it from the side here, it looks something like this. We're going here, right? Pull straight back like that. So you're gonna do it for 15 yards, right? We're gonna go all the way, do one, then walk 3 steps, and then do another. This one's called straight leg kicks. So all we're doing here is we're just here like this, and we're kicking it up just like this. So these are also known as your Frankensteins, okay? If you want to, you can also put a little bounce into them with it, just like that. But that's completely optional and up to you. So this next one is called over, under, hurdle step. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like from the side, and then I'm gonna come back this way. So we're gonna go, imagine there's a hurdle here. If you've got a hurdle, even better, but if not, it's okay. But we're gonna go over the hurdle, right, imaginary, right, and then under, right? Now, granted, if we had an actual real hurdle, what we would do instead is we'd set up a hurdle here and a hurdle here. And all you would do is you would go over, right, sweep through under just like that, okay? And once we do this, we're gonna flop sides. So I'm gonna show you what it should look like. Over, under, here, twist, over, under, just like that. This one right here is called external knee circles. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get in this position here, twisting our hip out like that, and placing it down just like that. So we're doing this, it should look something like this. And if you want to modify it, what you can do is instead is you can go 2 like that, and then on your next set with each leg, instead of doing that, you can either do a pull like this or a squat like this. So you can kind of mix in stuff like that. This one here is called quad pull with a reach. So all we're doing here is we're going to do a typical quad pull just like this, right? The only difference is now we're going to face our this way, okay? Here and touching, just like that. So if we're doing one walking, it should look something like this. We're gonna do a quad pull, toe touch, 1, 2, 3. On the third one, we're then gonna go here and touch like that. Alrighty, so this next one is called walking RDLs. You probably have done these before. All we're doing here is we're coming here like this, and we're brushing it right through. So if I had to do it facing your way, it looks something like this. This next one's called Spider-Man rotation. So what we're doing here is we get in this push-up position here, right? We're gonna feed, doesn't matter which hand or leg, but we're gonna go our left leg to our right hand. So always opposite foot and opposite hand together. And all we're doing here is we're gonna take this side here like this. We're gonna pull here into this hip and pull all the way out, okay? Then we're gonna walk 3 steps and do it the opposite. Here like this, here, just like that. This one's called lateral rowing skip. So all we're doing here, we're gonna do both legs. We're gonna go 15 yards this way with our left leg and then 15 yards back with our right leg. So we're here like this and we are skipping just like that. So if you're looking, it should look something like this if I'm facing you. Here, just like that. You're skipping all the way one way, then all the way back the other way. Do both legs for 15 yards each. Alrighty, so this one's called standing reverse scorpion. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this one side here, we're gonna take this heel to our glute, and we're taking our opposite arm and folding back into this range just like this. So if I had to face you, it looks something like this. So here, right? Crunching back into that area, stretching all this and stretching the quad. You're gonna do one, walk 3 steps, do the other leg. Alrighty, so the last 3 things are jogs at 50%, jogs at 75%, which is more like a semi-sprint, and then a 90% sprint. So you're gonna do a 50% jog for 15 yards there and back. You're then gonna do a 75% semi-sprint, 15 yards there and back. And you're gonna do one 90% sprint at 30 yards. And that is everything for activation, getting ready to do plyometrics, med ball throws, any type of throwing in general. And then afterwards, you'll do your bands and your hip and core activation. Thank you.